all recorded. Let's get this show on the road. Somebody's mic is open. Check your mic. Somebody's mic is open.
Obroty w tym miesiącu do obrotów dokładnie rok temu w czerwcu w Polsce wzrosły prawie o 50%.
Buongiorno a tutti!
I went from being an ordinary mum of four, struggling financially, to having true financial and time freedom.
Great opportunities, they come to my life.
Jesteśmy we Wrocławiu z FM World na Global Networking Forum.
FM Energy more! Buon pomeriggio!
All of this began as an idea.
What do you think about this meeting today?
I think it's amazing. It is vitally important to do something like this. The reason is that this is where everyone not only increases their understanding, but they increase their sense of connection with each other.
All right, guys, sights and songs there from our last, I believe, our last global networking forum. It's an event the company used to have every year before COVID. And because of COVID, they came with the contest this year with the vehicles and the other prizes. So normally the money that they will spend on the conference, they spent the money on the contest with the vehicles this year. Yeah. And what we're doing tonight is just a small caption of what you're supposed to, or what you normally would get at a conference like this, the Global Networking Conference. And one of the gentlemen on the stage was the company's owner, Mr. Arthur Cherinsky, somebody I would love to meet and just shake his hand and thank him for making the decision about 17 years ago to convert their business to a multi-level marketing system. Because of doing this, it gives people like you and I a true opportunity to achieve financial freedom. That's the opportunity we have. We have an opportunity to buy and sell products if we want to, but the major opportunity is for us to be able to build networks all over the world. Only today I was listening to Eric Worre, and Eric said, you know, one of the key things to do in this business is to build networks outside of your country, outside of where you live, because that's about leverage too. If you have networks in about 10 countries, and let's just say 3 of the countries run into problems either financially or politically or due to some unfortunate circumstance like an earthquake or storm, etc., at least you still have 7 other countries to work with, rather than building an entire network in one country. So I want to encourage you tonight to build networks in different countries. So welcome to KCJ Empire Training. As I always say, we are definitely building something great. Our vision is to make FM World a household name in the Western Hemisphere, and the mission is to empower members to be able to achieve financial security. I have a quick clip to play for you, and right after the clip, we're going to bring on our featured speaker. This clip is on accountability. Listen attentively to this clip.
Hi everyone, it's Yanis here, and in this video we will explore what is accountability. Do you think that you are productive? Think again, because I am sure that you would do even better with additional accountability. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. Accountability is an assurance that the individual or an organization will be evaluated on their performance or behavior related to something for which they are responsible. We can see accountability everywhere around us. If you go to the work, then you might be expected to meet the targets, and your manager will be keeping you accountable. If you are a student, then your teacher will keep you accountable to make sure that you complete your homeworks. As humans, we often struggle to find inner motivation to accomplish things, and that's why we need accountability to perform at our best. We all work harder when we have accountability. I know that because when I have to report my results to somebody, I'm always more productive. It's like a little subconscious push that helps you to focus on things, and when you get distracted, you'll be able to return back to the main activity. To become more productive and accountable, you can find the accountability partner. This can be a family member or a friend. You can also go a step further and hire yourself an accountability coach. I have been using accountability coach for about a year now, and my results have been amazing. I constantly achieve my goals because once I speak with my coach about them, I don't want to show up empty-handed. So if you want to take your game to the next level, then you definitely need to get an accountability coach, and you will be able to see the results instantly. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I was able to give you a quick overview of what accountability is and what role it plays in our life. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could press the like button, as this will help the video reach more people and spread the message.
Excellent. So we just learned that accountability is very, very important. Some people don't like accountability because it forces you to do what you don't want to do. But we have to recognize, if you want to experience success in this business, you have to be accountable to somebody. We always say it, if you want to be successful in this, you need to have a burning desire to be successful. You need to be coachable, and part of being coachable is having accountability. Someone making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, like finding people and approaching people and inviting people to the meetings, selling, motivating persons, following up with your team members and so on. All these are things you need to be accountable for. And of course, you have to be able to put the work in. So it's just a piece of advice, sometimes when, like, on some of the group chats, I might, kind of chide members a bit in terms of, making sure that we do certain things. I know it's difficult, especially when you have your jobs and your family life and so on. Finding the time could be difficult, but the reminders are there just to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do. Now, because we started late, I might want to, I'll skip this for a bit, and if we have the time after, I'll come back to it. but we have waited long enough. This segment is the highlight for tonight's training. I want to introduce you to a dynamic individual. You know, one of the benefits of this business is the friendships that you can create. And I say it all the times, a lot of my best friends are persons who I would have met in the last 5 years. Because listen, there is nothing better having a friend that sees things the same way you do and working towards the same thing. So, for example, in my day career, over the past 30 years, I have had good friends. Some of them were mentors because we were all going in the same direction. We wanted to live a quality life. And in this business, you will find the same thing. Yes, you're going to find persons who are motivated like you are, who are positive, love to help people, you know, love to share. And we know that sharing is caring. When you care about people, you want to share things that you know with them. So tonight it gives me great pleasure to introduce this lady, somebody I met maybe about 2 years ago. I've never met her physically, but I've met her virtually. We meet almost every week on Zoom. I do promise to go to St. Martin soon so we can meet physically. Apologies, Guy, my son just, I don't know why he went and interfered with that. Why you went and interfered with that? And you know I'm in a meeting? Okay, good. Yeah, so it gives me great pleasure to introduce this lady. She's gonna tell you all about herself and more than I know. So without further ado, I want to introduce our 9% Silver Magnolia business partner out of the island of St. Martin, Miss Jaqueline Warner, our featured speaker tonight for this training session. Good night to you, Jaqueline.
Good night to you, Mr. James. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction. And most of all, a brilliant promotion you did earlier. I really appreciate your services. I really appreciate your support. And thank you so much for being an awesome leader. Tonight, guys, I first want to start out and say good evening to the team. Okay, I'm saying good evening to the team. My name is Jaqueline Warner, and some of you know me as JW also. I will say a little bit first about myself. I am a mother of 5, and one of my children passed on. God bless his little soul. And I have 3 girls, and God blessed me with a boy in the end. That's to tell you how great and awesome God is. I'm a grandmother of 7. I have 7 lovely grandchildren, and the boys are leading right now. I had a tiebreaker in last July. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a woman of integrity. I'm a child of God. I love God. I love my business partners. I love helping people. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't discriminate. So I'm my training, it's, thank you so much, Mr. James, even for allowing me to speak on your platform this evening. But the training that I'm going to bring to my team, I'm going to say team, even if I'm not directly involved or in your team, we are all on the same team. So I'm addressing you as a team, because the topic tonight, the training tonight, is going to detail about the success of teamwork. And when Mr. James told me last week that I will be speaking, that what jumped into my spirit. I tried to detour a little from it and said, maybe I should talk about something else. But in the end, after speaking with one of not my indirect business partners, I said, you know what, I probably should stick to the subject. So I'm bringing it to you this evening, the success of teamwork. And why? Why? Because it takes teamwork for our dreams to come true, for our goals to come true. And you learn, and you get so much from team. While I was doing a little research on team, it says, is coming together is a beginning, and keeping together is a progress, and working together is success. FM already gave us the vision, and we can add to it. They gave us their mission, and we can add to it. They gave us business plan. They gave us all the tools that we need. And yet, I think we take this business for granted, because you don't have to go out there and get a building, go to the bank and set up a business plan for them to approve, to give you a loan to open your business. We're taking it for granted. Mr. James has his profession, but you know what? He saw something in FM. And he knew that he can develop some extra money, multiple stream of income. And when he learned about this amazing opportunity, I think he thought about his children and what he can do, not only for his family, but what he can do for others so they can have financial freedom. But yet we take it for granted. He comes on religiously every Zoom call, taking time out of his schedule, and thank God it's a home base, so he still get to talk to his kids. They still get to do things while he's on the meeting to irritate him a little bit, but they're doing it out of fun and joy, you know? But we take things for granted. A great team is staying connected. When we have Zoom calls, we shouldn't have to tell, except for the new people, we don't have to tell business partners there's going to be a Zoom call. You are adults, you're not children. And some of your behaviors is like children. I must say, I am ashamed. We have a great opportunity and we're taking it for granted. Why? You're getting free training. When you go to Tony Roberts and Eric Worre, you got to pay to get the same thing that we're learning here. And some of us, like Genevieve and Marissa and myself and Mr. James, Mr. Ryan, we go ahead and pay to bring the information back to our team. And still you take it for granted. You have an amazing opportunity. The three things about teamwork that is cooperation, is commitment, and it's also contribution. We cooperate with each other as a team. Sometimes we might be tired. Sometimes I get on a Zoom call and I fall asleep. But my presence, I'm present. You could be washing your dishes and listening to a Zoom call. You could be going over your children's schoolwork and still listen to your Zoom call. It's not taking you away. It's making a way. Commitment. Commitment is getting on your Zoom call. Commitment is switching your buying power. You have amazing products And you can share these amazing products, not only with your family, but with others. I saw a lady in Costume Less the other day. I see her feet is swollen. I said, you know what? I'm going to introduce you to Inner Balance. I said, it costs $125. She said, yeah, $1.25. I said, yeah. We can help many. But if we don't help ourselves, we cannot help anybody. You can't tell your downline, sorry, excuse me. You cannot tell your downline to do something that you're not doing. Some of you have more tools than when I started or when Irina Oliver started. And look at her now. She's taking the tools that she's learning today and she's putting them into action. Something she didn't do when she started this business. She didn't know anything about it. It didn't exist. You know, Mr. James always says, if your smartphone is not making money for you, then it's dumb. And it's the truth. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to walk in the hot sun. All you got to do is tap your little finger. That's all you got to do. And if somebody say no, it's basically because they're not ready yet. You can't force them to be ready, but you don't forget about them. Now and then you go back and you say, hey, how things going? And listen, they might say something that way you can get on in there and tell them, hey, I'm still here. I care. Teamwork is also unity. It's our community. Look, Mr. James don't know me directly. He know me virtually, but let me tell you, even that is a connection. Because he learned things about me just without even meeting me. Because I come on the Zoom meeting, he hear my responses, I speak up. Sometimes you get on the calls and nobody has nothing to say. Like everybody dead. What's up with that? You're not dead, you're alive. You might have a question. You might have an idea. Les Brown say we all have greatness in us. And that's more the reason that you surround yourself with people that's going somewhere and you have a team. And we're all on the same mission. We might have different dreams and different goals, but the mission is the same. Some of us might want financial freedom. Some of us might just want some extra income. Some of us want to spend more time with our family. Like Marissa Norega, she wanted to spend more time with her daughter. She wanted to enjoy those teen years. She wanted to be there, and she made the choice. You think it's easy? It's not easy. And like Mr. James said, if you do what is easy, then life is going to be hard. But if you do what is hard, then life is going to become easy. You made the decision to be here. No one put a gun to your head and say, you know what, sign that paper. I say, sign it. No, nobody said that. You said yes because you saw something. You wanted something. Even if you didn't see it, you knew deep inside what you want. It's burning and it wants to escape. It wants to be birthed. It wants to be manifested. Why are you holding yourself back from your own success? You have a team. Maisel is like John Wayne. She's always there. A business partner asks a question, and I could bet my I could bet my bottom dollar Mason always there to give an answer. And if she don't know, she go and find out. That's a contribution to the team. When you first started up, they said, hey, system 7. They put your number into the chat. So there's no way you can't see the chat. We practically live on our phones anyway. Why are you doing it to yourself? You're doing it to your children. You're doing it to those people out there that needs to hear your story. The story that brought you where you're at today. Stop taking your business for granted. Jen is out in Trinidad. They have to pay taxes. They have to pay duties. But you think she let that stop her? No. We all have God-given talents and we're not putting them to use. Mr. James put his talent to use because he was helping, he loved helping people, and he was doing that already in his main profession. And when he saw that he could help more people, he jumped right in. He helps us every day when he gets on that Zoom call, and he has children. Sometimes he's doing little work around the house and he still have time. Hulda Blackman was at work. She was at work, literally at work, and gave the most heartfelt presentation. She was at her job out of New York City. And Portia, a beautician. She takes the time out, even on her job, to listen to a presentation. Leslie Ann comes on all the time. Unless there's a reason for her not to be there, she makes sure let us know. Accountability. We are a group. You're not by yourself. We are a group. And we need to operate so, because you cannot be bringing new people in and we still in the same, like the Israelites, the same murky water. What do you think? Is that going to encourage them? Is that one going to make them want to stay there? When you look at the slides, and you could go to your back office and check it out yourself. The people are happy. Irina is buying her next property. Pam bought her out of London, brought her new home. People are riding around in cars. People who just started businesses winning prizes. You hear some of them say, hey, I never won nothing in my life. It's not that you can't do it, it's that you don't want to do it. You want to go to work 9 to 5, do somebody else, build another man's empire, and have nothing for yourself and nothing for your children. And they just will be living a generational curse because they will wallow in that same poverty. They will be running around from job to job because that's the only thing my mama taught us. Our parents taught us something similar, but you know, we knew it. God says, when you know better, do better. I'm not sure if he say that, but I'm saying that. If you know better, do better. You do not accept life the way it is given to you. When I started this business, I didn't know what I was doing. I was excited, you know, and I knew because I tried other network marketing, but none of them was like FM. I always wanted to say, well, why they can't give it to me free? Why I gotta pay this? And even when I paid $200 and change or whatever, and more than that, because they came back and got more money out of me. They sent me the books and I had to sit down and study them by myself. I had a mentor, but my mentor was only interested is when I was going to pay the $2,500. So he would tell me, go ahead and, read some more and go, yeah. I could have done it. I could have gone credit card debt and paid the $2,500. But behind it, back of his little head was saying, Jackie, yeah, when you go into debt, who gonna be there with you? Your mentor won't be there with me. Y'all taking it for granted. You see the world? Marissa talked about it in the presentation this evening. People are losing their jobs. Some people are forced to take a vaccine. And if they don't, they lose their job anyway. We're all in the same boat, vaccinated or non-vaccinated. We still have to do the same thing. Don't let nothing divide you. We are a team, and we should stand strong as a team, and we should operate as a team. Of course, some of us have weaknesses, and some of us have strengths, but we can join forces with them. Whoever is weak in one thing, well, the other person is strong in that. We go like that. That's why it's a team. Because what Marissa can do, I can do. What Miranda can do, I can do. What I can't do, Stacey Ann can do. That's how it goes. We all have talents already. We don't have to look for them. We have to manifest them. And like I was saying, when I started this business, I didn't know what I was doing. But I could tell you one person that was always there. And that was Marissa Norega. And I got to thank her for seeing something in me and always encouraging me, hey, do it. You can do it. We get together and we do training. We set up training for our other business partners. Sometimes they don't show up. They have excuses. Get rid of the excuses. Do you really want it? That's what you got to ask yourself. Do I really want this? Search deep within your heart. Do you really want it? Do your children need it? Do other people need it? Yes, you can look around the world and see that we all need it. We are in a system or part of a system that has failed us over and over and over. And they continue to fail us in every aspect of life, not just in our jobs, in our health, in our education, you name it. And most of all, division. God said we are more than conquerors. Why are we allowing other people to conquer us? And when they conquer you, they conquer your family. And when they conquer nations. Don't take this opportunity for granted. Teamwork will, like it says, the success of teamwork starts with us. Each and every one of us on this call is accountable for each other. I remember when Marissa said, let's find out, and not only Marissa, I think it started with Mr. Ryan. He said, get accountability partner. And I had chose Marissa Norega. So it's not like you didn't come in here, got in this business and didn't have no kind of support, no kind of tools, no kind of directions. No. You don't want it enough. Like Les Brown said, you ain't hungry. You're not hungry for yourself. You're not hungry for your children. You're not hungry for the future. You're not hungry at all. There's 10 aspects of success, and I'm just going to name a few of them. One is purpose. You got to have purpose. We spoke about commitment already. Results is your performance. It's not going to be the same all the time, but every effort you make counts. I've been harassing a lady at the store about a perfume, and think about it. Every time I saw her, I bothered her about the perfume. But when you gonna get the perfume, you tell me to buy it, and no, you're still, what's going on? After a while, I stopped. What happened? The other day, she said, bring the perfume. But you know, to my knowledge, I didn't even know that I done sold the perfume. So I was in here going crazy looking for the perfume. But you know what? I took some samples and I took 3 different bottles of perfume. And when I got there, I was honest to say, you know what? Girl, I ain't know what happened to the perfume. The perfume gone. I must have stolen it. Somebody stole it. But I brought a sample for you. So I hit her with a couple of samples. I hit her with 3 samples. And she chose 431. And she brought someone over to smell, and they suggested, hey, 431 is the choice. So with this business, you plant seeds. You don't know when your harvest may come, but your harvest is going to come. Just keep on planting seed, no matter how much people tell you, no, it's too much people in the world. You're going to get some yeses. There's some people going to see it, but you have to be confident. You have to switch your buying power. You got to get with your team. Mr. Ian Anthony does a great job. When I spoke to Miss Rita, she said, you know what? We do product parties. We do presentations, you know, and he's helping his team to grow so they can have confidence within themselves and they can get out there and do what they need to do to fulfill their dreams, to become successful. Success is your responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility. Your job is not going to get you success, for sure. The government is not going to get you success. They only help you to get by. That's all. And it's a way of oppression, to tell you the truth. You know. Skills. I could talk about Marissa Norega. You know why? Because she didn't like to do presentations. And for a couple of times I have seen her doing her presentation, she's a conqueror. She does it with ease. She does it with class. And she does it with realness, heartfelt, because she knows what it is. She lived it. She might not give you all the nitty-gritty, but when you're on a personal base with her, she shares some of those stories. So all of us have stories to tell. The next one is balance. You got to balance the stuff. Look, Mr. James, he has his job, and not no easy job either. You know what I mean? It might be easy in some areas, but it's not easy. He's have to deal with people every day. He has to supervise. He has to manage. And he still make time for his family and his business and his team. So what are you doing? You got to balance. Because you got to take time out for yourself. You got to take time out for your children. You got to take time out to cook. You got to take time out to bathe, groom yourself. You got to take time out for your job, which takes most of your time anyway. Leaves you with a little bit. And then on Saturday, you got to be struggling to, I got to do the housework. And probably on Sunday, it's still a continuation. By Monday, you're exhausted and you're back again. You probably don't even feel like going to work, but you're saying, you know what? I got to pay these bills. I got to go. But you know, there's a better way and there's another way out of your rat race that you've been running, some of us all our lives. Some of us are close to retirement or retire. Irina is there, but you know what? She's not retired because you don't have to retire in network marketing. Nobody retires you here. You don't have to ask nobody for vacation. Look at the benefits of it. Look at the benefits that you have at your job. Think about that. You're not thinking. Norega said, you know, some of us are losing jobs. Some people say, hey, to make ends meet, let me go get another job. That's suicidal. When I did that, my house was on fire. I had to leave the people them job to save my family. Because if I didn't save my family, I was going to destroy my family. And the second job would be nowhere around to help me with it. Don't take the teamwork that is offered with this business for granted. Because you know what? If there was a fee, you will have an excuse then too. So it's really up to you to decide this evening what you really want. Do you want this business? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to help other people? Because a lot of people need help. Some might not be ready for the help at the time that you ask them, but they're going to need that help and they might be coming. All you have to be sincere. When you go out there, be professional. Look professional. You can purchase the shirts and make yourself look presentable. You need the tools. Mr. Ryan talk about a foundation. And if your foundation is shaky, or like the Bible says, if you build your house or your business on sand, you know what's going to happen. The storm is going to come and it's going to wash it away. If you can't relate to it business-wise, then relate to it biblically. Because you even got to make time for God. And if you can't make time for your business, I wonder if you're making time truly for other things in your life. Don't go home and sit down and look at the TV. The first thing when I get home, I start it up. I connect to my downlines. Even sometimes they give me excuses. I still connect with them. I keep on. I don't give up. As there's also trust, because you know when you have a team and you're interacting with each other, you build trust in each other. I could trust Maysel. I could trust Mr. James. I could trust Marcia. I could trust Jen. I could trust Ori. I could trust Stacy Ann. I could trust Udell, Miranda. I could trust all of you. But we have to operate as a team. When a Zoom call is called, get out there and support each other. Because one day you have to do your presentation. A matter of fact, it shouldn't even be no one day. You should already be doing your presentation. Because I remember when I asked Irina, where do I start? Do I start with the products? She said, Jackie, start doing presentations. And my first presentation, I was shaking and trembling. Yes, I was. I had two people on. One of my own and one Marcia had. And she put them both together. And I gave the presentation. It doesn't matter if nobody is there. Set up your Zoom. And if you don't know, ask your team. Hey, how do I do it? How do I set it up? It's free. You have no excuse not to have a Zoom account. No excuse unless you said your phone is giving you trouble. And if your phone is giving you trouble, take it to Hub or the tech or whomever and find out how you can get it together. Because everything is virtual. Everything is online. And you got to get with the program lest you're going to be left behind. Simple as that. Your children will be more advanced than you. It have 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds, children getting their acts together, having their business, already experiencing success. And what are we doing? No, we got to get it together. You got to have empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Yes, I have a business partner, a downline, or business partner on the line. And she has a little struggle, but you know what? My suggestion to her, learn about the business. You might not have this and you might have that, but you have the information, you have the tools to prepare yourself that when you step out, you can get it together. Not get it together, got it together. You know, let's work together. We will learn how to handle conflict. Conflict comes with business. Conflict comes within a team. But if this one's saying it and that one's saying that, and we come to a mutual agreement, then we good. We know how to overcome it as a team. The other two is structure and authority. And we, you know, you can have structure that could take it to the next plateau. Also, as leaders, have to know what motivates your people. You have to know if it's your team, get to know your team. I could throw out some ideas because I think I'm going to use them myself, you know. You set up your Zoom account and get your downline and have your own little thing going on. Build their confidence. And when you build their confidence, you build yours. Like Mr. You know, not only Mr. James or Marissa or Jen, but if you help enough people to get what they want, you're going to get what you want too. Don't worry if you're behind and that one in front or that one. No, don't worry about that. Focus. Stay focused. It's a mission. It doesn't matter who gets there first or who gets there last. The fact is to get there. We got levels to go. You're getting ID numbers, you're getting cars, you're getting house, home, welcome home packages, you know, good start benefits, 30% discount, even little gifts at the end. I mean, come on. They have given us an amazing opportunity. And what's so good about it? They're still reaching for the sky because you know why? The sky is the limit. And as they open more doors for themselves, they open doors for us. And as they help us, we help them. It says one hand washes the other. So I think I'm going to and you know, you get to improve, you get to personal skills, you get to make friends. Even within your team, you get a bond. Remember, they talk about that trust. Get your tools together. Get your business card, get your shirt. So when you go out there, you can represent, put a little jacket over it, make yourself look a little executive and go out there and do your thing. You can do it as a team. You can do it individually. You can do it in twos. You can do it in threes. I open my home to my business partners for them to have their perfume parties, whatever they choose. You can use my home. I'm here by myself. I don't mind. You don't have no reason that you cannot make the levels that we need to make or make the amount that we need. We should be hitting those levels. 21% show people how to do it. They duplicate, they show the next person. We can do it. But we're holding our own self back. And then we're going to say, oh, that it doesn't work. Oh, I ain't got time for this. What do you have time for? Poverty? Because that's what you're going to have. Listen to the people who are already retired. Some of them waiting on their pension. Some of them don't get it the month they need to get it. It only causes frustration. It causes stress. It causes depression. These are the things you're going to face. You want to face? Or do you want to be like traveling? Girl, I'm over here in Dubai having a great time. You know, you could be still doing your business, talking to people. Once you overcome a lot of the things, your weaknesses, you're going to be powerful. That's not what the accountability, I'm not sure where, I think it said you feel empowered. When I step out and out of my door, I feel so confident. And I put on my perfume and I know where I'm going and I know I'm heading towards my dreams. I feel confident. You become unstoppable. Your shoulders are tilted back, your chin is up. And you know, hey, I'm doing something. And you're helping others along the way. That's giving back to your community. And you didn't even have to be a millionaire. You can start small. And it becomes big, like a flower. So, Mr. James, and to my business partners, better known as my team, I'm glad that you took the opportunity, that you took the time to even come to hear Lil JW speak. I'm no better than none of you. We're in the same boat. But you know what? What's make us awesome? We have a mission and a vision. And we want a better life for ourselves. We want a better life for our families. We see already what the world has to offer. You don't have to ask that question and you don't even have to Google it because you're actually living it. So let's respect each other, have empathy for each other, consideration. Most of all, let us support each other. We shouldn't have to be looking for anyone to get on a Zoom call. You know the time, you know the links, write them down, and you know which one coming on. If you can't get to all of them, it's okay. But try to be there. Because every time you learn something new, I must say that. And those are little tips. When you hear me talking about Mr. James and Jeff, it's because I'm on the Zoom call and I get to hear what they say and I can repeat it. This business is about duplicating. So you don't have to go to school, open a book to figure out, hey, what do I do next? Read some books. If you don't have it, ask a business partner. Did you finish read Fraser Brooks or Les Brown? At one time, Jatandra was selling books on WhatsApp. It's not that you can't see. And I went and purchased some books from him. It was available to everyone. But where are we? Sleeping? Not taking your business serious? Disappointing your team? Because that's what you're doing. You could have your niche and still devote yourself to your business. I love talking to each other. Not too long ago, this guy invited me to speak with him on his platform. He was all the way in Holland. 8 o'clock, I had to be on the call. It was 2 o'clock in Holland. And we stayed on that call for 2 hours. Because with this business, I was able to open up myself. It helped me to open up by going to the Eric Worre and Tony Roberts and Cadron and all the stuff that the leaders brought to me also. Think and Go Rich, Fraser Brooks. You could get with your own little team and read these and go through and these things, even if it's for a half an hour or 15 minutes. You could always continue another day with the same 15 minutes. You have to invest in yourself. You don't have to empty your bank account, but you got whatever little, like Marissa said last week or this week sometime, if everybody just do 50 points, every business partner, 50 points, go to the web shop and look. You can see it's there. You can do 50 points and spend probably less than $50. If you can't do 50, do something. It's better than nothing. One bottle of perfume and a little sample, and sample them, sell your perfume, buy another one. Because the money you make, you could buy two. So it has no reason why you can't be successful. It's no reason that we can't operate as a team. It's no reason that we can't support each other. We got to get better. You cannot be bringing new people in and doing the same thing. We're going to look terrible, to tell you the truth. It's going to show that we're not accountable. We're not punctual. We're not a team. And most of all, they ain't ready yet. I'm out of here. That's the way you want to the people that you're saying you're helping to look at you? It doesn't matter if they're not being accountable. It matters if we are being accountable. Because you know why? Because we invited them. They didn't invite us. Do you check out Eric Warrior? He go and he does his advertisement, but look how much millions of people be at his stuff. Les Brown, you could check them out for yourself. If someone is devoting their time to you, every Zoom call, like Mr. James, we shouldn't have the access to get on the call. It's a Zoom call tonight, y'all. Let's hit it. If you're downlines, you could tell your downlines, because you're the leader of your downlines. So you have to present yourself as such, because strong leadership help your people to stay stronger. It builds their confidence. If the leadership is poor, the team crumbles. So Mr. James had showed a little clip, and you know what the guy said. Let me see. We have to have a sense of connection. And FM offers it. And we can do it also. So I thank you this evening for coming out and listening, hearing this training. I'm not sure if it was a training. I don't know. But I know that we need to get better. Because when we get better, we're going to help others to get better. And our breakthrough will come. If you can give your job 30 years, you can give FM 5 and see how much you will grow and see how much you would have gained. And even your children's attitudes would change at home. So it's a win-win situation. There's no regrets in it. The only regret you will have if you do nothing. So I think I said this the third time, and it's going to be the last time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. I love all you guys. I appreciate you. And I know greatness is in each and every one of us. Stop hiding behind yourself and allowing the world to go past and you like watching it. No, you want to be not in it, but you want to get the things that you need from it so you can live your abundant life like the good Lord gave to us in the first place. So thanks again. And Mr. James, thank you so much for allowing me to speak on your platform, and much success to all of us. And remember, teamwork. The success of teamwork means coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is the progress, and working together is success. Thank you again so much. And do have a beautiful evening and a lovely remainder of the week.
Oh yeah, Jesus, one day at a time. Thank you so very much, Jaqueline. I thank you on behalf of the entire organization, KCJ Empire SXM. I must say that I've heard you a few times, and I know that you have it within you, and I want to encourage you to do much more of this. You know what I see, Jaqueline? I see you getting on, creating a page, and doing some lives on that page for not just us, but for the world. I think the world needs to hear you, Jaqueline. And I say it
Real
because
talk with JW.
when I talk, you know, it's experience and it's a way that you just put it that I'm learning. I'm learning from you. You know, you spoke about excuses. One of the reasons why I don't take excuses is because I don't make excuses. You know, as we speak, while the call is on, you know, I was talking to our business partner last week and I'm asking her, why you're not on the call? And she says to me, well, I'm helping my son with schoolwork. And while this call is on, I'm helping my son right here with his schoolwork. He's doing schoolwork right now. So while Jaqueline is talking, I'm talking to him, you know, making sure he's doing what he's supposed to do, make sure he finishes an assignment because I have to take a pic and upload it. It's online schooling. Yeah. If you feel, let me just see if I can give you a pic of my, let me get my camera on. So if you watch the table there, you'll see the work being done there. Right? So I don't make excuses. If you have to do something, you get it done. You just do what you have to do. You know, somebody shared a story with me recently. I can't remember who. I'm looking for it. I can't remember if it was by Messenger or WhatsApp. I was looking for it. I don't know it too well just yet, but let me just give you a little bit of what I understand from the story. They said that 400 years ago, we were in slavery. And we escaped slavery, and our parents used to walk to school for miles and miles. And then their children got bikes. They used to ride bikes to work. And the ones that rode bikes to work, their children got small cars. And the ones who got small cars, their children bought Benz and Beamers. And the ones who bought Benz and Beamers, their children bought Ferraris. And the ones that bought Ferraris, their children bought Benz. And the ones that bought Benz, their children bought small cars. And the ones that bought small cars, their children bought bicycles. And the ones that bought bicycles, their children bought bikes. Do you get the trend? What happened after the bikes? The ones that bought bikes started walking again. And the ones that walked, their children, guys, listen to this. When I've been telling my friends this, and we don't realize what's happening. Guys, our children went right back into slavery. Don't doubt it. There is an agenda, guys. There is an agenda. If you all don't want to believe it, wake up and look at what's happening, you know. You know, we talk about, the big thing about COVID is the vaccine. I don't want to take the vaccine. And it's a whole shift to empower a certain category of people, you know, and put some people out and leave you behind. Because the world has changed so fast. You know, we're getting into a digital world. They talk about, you know, you have paper money, and people don't realize that the paper money turn into cryptocurrency. And when you don't have the crypto, they say that, when you don't have the crypto, what you will do? How you going to shop? How you going to buy when you can't get crypto? When all the people gobble up the crypto. So you have to make money and invest in crypto. What to the wise, you know, so I know we're on the right track. We are empowering people. You know, it's not just a lady I'm recruiting, she asked me, so what I do, come in and just buy and sell? I said, my friend, I shared information with you and that's all you got out of it? I said, my friend, this is a big business, you know, it's much more than just buying and selling. because I showed you a platform where you will come in and learn so much, and we talk about the personal development. Listen, I was on a call about 2 nights ago. That call started at 7:30 and ended at 10:30, you know. And the call full and strong, you know. It was a development session. People coming to get information for personal development. They say the more you learn is the more you earn. We know that if you finish, if you had primary school, you earn a certain amount of money in primary school education. If you get high school education, you earn more. If you have secondary school education, you earn more. You have college education, you learn more. But there is nothing better than self-education, when you can educate yourself. Because a lot of the things they teach you in school is to fool you, you know, to blind you. It's like the matrix. They have you in a matrix, thinking that yes, you have to go to work and get a good job, to get a salary for 40 years, to go home on a pension. It doesn't work, guys. I'm in that field. I see people failing every day. I'm in the business 30 years. I've seen many people failed. I've seen people who have taken my advice fail. I've seen people who haven't taken my advice failed because they stayed on the job. Only today I posted on Facebook, 5 steps to financial security. Save what you earn, protect what you earn, invest, get guaranteed investments, equity investment, invest in property and so on, and start a business. Start a business. And once you do well, leave your job and go do your business. That's what we teach, personal development, and you get it for free. Some people go to university, spend thousands of dollars to come out here to earn a salary. So I know at 1028, a lot of you, especially Jaqueline's business partners, I heard Marcia, I know you guys are very proud of Jaqueline, and you maybe want to say 1 or 2 words. So I can allow, you know, a few of you, if you want to, Marcia for sure, to say a few words after such a fantastic, mind-blowing, motivational session from Jaqueline. I know we sometimes don't like to hear the truth, but she give it, you know, as factual as they could come. Yeah. So anyone, unmute.
Well, I must say, good night, everyone. Marissa here. Jaqueline, when I first met you, I saw it in you, and we connect, and I know you have it in you. Everybody that I pull, I see something in them, and I didn't just stick out. There are those that I stick with, and there's those that I just let go. And as a leader, you know, you have to let go who don't want to come with you. And you showed me that, and I say, you know what? You is a motivational speaker. I remember that day as yesterday, and I'm proud to see you doing it.
Thank you, Marissa. Thank you for believing in me.
Anybody else?
I agree strongly with Marissa. And Jackie, all I can tell you is to continue to keep on doing what you're doing. See, don't stop.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patrice.
Yeah, although we lost Patrice there for a bit, you know, every time Patrice talks, I just get confused, you know. I just want to know how come it's daytime. Where she is, I keep forgetting.
And just to say, just to touch it a little bit with JW, we all could follow her on Facebook, Real Talk with JW. I remember when she made that page, when we first did it together. So I know she's capable of doing it, and she goes on every Sunday.
Well,
and I can always watch it.
I did get a notification for a room I think it was Friday, I logged in and I wasn't hearing anything. So I have to look for it because I believe that that's where Jaqueline needs to go. Jaqueline.
It's not, Mr. James, excuse me, it's not in the room. I was just creating a room. I'm going to turn that into a little Bible study project soon.
Oh,
but
okay.
I do real talk on Facebook Live every Sunday at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, I will take note of that and look out for it. Yeah, I'll put a reminder on my phone. So
and when were you saying that now?
Like, comment, and share her page.
Will do. Patrice, what I was saying is that every time you talk, I just get confused because it has been nighttime, but it's daytime where you are, but I recognize it's a picture. The picture looks just like if you're speaking, you know, because it is with a smile.
It's true.
It looks like, you know, your camera on and maybe the video stick and you're talking. So I'm like, but you said Australia.
Don't worry, soon.
Yes, I'm seeing things to come. Things to come.
Bye.
Wonderful presentation once more. It's recorded. So I'm definitely going to make it available to the rest of the team. So we're going to bypass Q&A. We had enough tonight, guys. So I could postpone these things for next week, web shop and Facebook. We can do that. I must make a plug. You know, Jaqueline spoke about the systems. No need to reinvent the wheel. I just want to make one more plug tonight. If you want success in this business, study System 7. Each step can be broken down. Each step can be broken down, but study System 7. Step 1, get excited about your future, about your venture with FM World. It's much bigger than you might be thinking. Trust your leaders on it. If you're not seeing it yet, trust us, it's big. Secondly, write down your goals. I challenged some business partners on a call last week. Create a vision board. If you create a vision board and send me a pic, I'm going to work with you one-on-one. Thirdly, make a list. If you haven't done so before, they say when you write down something on paper, the possibility of doing it becomes even greater. Write down the list and maintain it. That's a skill you're going to need to learn. How to maintain it? By making new friends on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook groups and so on. And even in public, once we get past COVID. Next step, number 4, book your PBR and ask your leader to do the call for you. Or if not, book a meeting. Decide which meeting you're going to promote to get your people on. You should be promoting at least your team meeting every single week. So Monday night, KCJ Empire, if you are in St. Martin, you need to promote that call on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. This evening call, if you guys missed a treat. Listen, the past, 2 hours for me, 2.5 hours, I had Mauricia at 8 o'clock, and then I had Jaqueline at 9. So I pumped right now, pumped. Yeah, promote your team calls. Dream Team Empire members, 8 o'clock Wednesday. Empire Builders, 9 o'clock Thursday. Phenomenal Empire, 8 o'clock on a Friday. And then we have training and meetings on a Saturday as well. So promote those calls. And once you decide which call you're using, invite prospects to those calls, to your PBR or to the meeting, your one-on-one meeting or Zoom call. Number 6, attend meetings and trainings. Plug into the system, watch videos, read books. In order for things to get better, you must get better. Do not wait for things to get better. They are not going to get better. Remember the story I just told you about the slaves. Things are not going to get better. They're going to get worse. In order for you to survive, you will have to get better, and you want to make sure that you're doing no less than 50 points per month. support your business, shift your buying power. And then finally, do not quit. Don't give up. Losers quit. Winners don't quit. Winners fail many times. I always forget the man with the bulb. If that guy had quitted, we might have been in darkness still. Yeah? He tried 1,000 times. He failed 1,000 times. They said on the 1,001 time, he figured it out, how to create the light bulb. Yeah? So don't be afraid to fail. 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 They say fail your way to success. Fail your way to success. The more you fail is the closer you get into success. So fail your way to success. Don't quit. Don't quit this business at all. And anytime you feel like quitting, there are some videos I love to listen to when I feel like quitting. I'm not perfect. I have felt like quitting many times. But you know, when I think about my business partners, how can I quit on Marcia, who has gone through some challenges to get this business off the ground? How could I quit on Jaqueline? How could I quit on Ori? How could I quit on these people? How could I quit on my team? And that's why I make sure and come on the calls, because I know if I don't come, I eventually will quit. It's just like church. I think Marcia helped me with the word earlier. When you change your life and you start going to church, every Sunday you're in church, nice, yes, you get in the word. And then one Sunday you ain't go. And then you go on the next one, and the next Sunday you ain't go. And then 2 Sundays you ain't go. What has happened? You backslide. So I just make sure I come on the call so I don't backslide. So I keep connected. But I also listen to videos sometimes during the course of the day. Sometimes I'm frustrated. I'm like, but gosh, boy, this business hard, boy. You know what? I'm going to watch a little FM video, and I might watch this.
Business partners, as the name suggests, are our most important partners in business. That is why a large proportion of the company's revenue is allocated to them. We know this motivates you to work, helps you develop your structures, and thus makes your dreams come true. We are happy to see that, due to our unique business model, your standard of living is improving significantly. Let the numbers speak for themselves. Have a look at what part of turnover we spend on commissions and other benefits. 33% is allocated for commission from a marketing plan. 1.7% allocated extra from the marketing plan of our leading brands. 10% is spent on benefits in incentive programs. 4% are profits from incentive programs sponsored by FM World, such as Starting Shield and Back to the Future. In addition, all kinds of attractions, namely anniversary trips to the most far-flung corners of the world and competitions with fantastic prizes. Almost half of the company's turnover is returned to you. 48.7% of turnover for you. You probably won't find another company that shares such a huge part of its profits with its business partners. We are extremely proud of this.
So whenever I look at this, I am reminded of the efforts FM makes. FM makes millions of dollars every year, and they share approximately 48% of their profits with us, business partners. And this prevents me from quitting. Yeah, because I want some of it. I want us to get some of that money. We ain't to get all, but we want some of it. You have to decide how much you want. Sit down and decide how much money you need to get. Any amount of money you want, you can get. But decide how much you want to get. And once you do that, create a plan and then work the plan. And you can definitely get it. So tonight was a good one, a nice back-to-back. Not too sure why my slides are not moving anymore. We find that we on too long. Let me just double check. because I know I maybe have one more right after my recalculation, my memory. But that's why I don't like to use Microsoft. I prefer Google. To me, Microsoft just gives trouble. So Microsoft is my last slide. So we're good to go. 21 of us still on, that's quite good. We started the call with about 27. I know sometimes, we have business partners, have to go to bed early, have to get up early in the morning. So the call has been recorded. As soon as it ends, I'm going to download it, put it on YouTube, and share it in the teams. Encourage your teams to listen to it. Sometimes we will promote a video from FM and promote this video from Eric Worre. Promote Jaqueline Warner tonight. Get your members to listen to Jaqueline. Everybody in the organization needs to hear this presentation tonight. I'm a bit sorry that Marissa didn't record that presentation earlier. As I said to them on the team, on the meeting tonight, that presentation from Marissa was one of the best. Marissa keeps saying she don't like to present, but it was one of the best. I was driving and I was just thinking, saying, yes, that is it. And she sold me again as well. Yeah, I was sold tonight on this opportunity. So I thank you for coming on, and I wish you guys all the best. I look forward to seeing every single one of you on the calls this week. And I also look forward to seeing every single one of you all the way to the top, because we know that the bottom is just too crowded. We don't want to be there anymore. Our destination has to be the Star Club.
And I don't want to be there anymore.
That's all. So let me see if
we don't need to be there anymore.
We don't want to be there anymore.
That's right. We're moving on up.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Microsoft still giving me problems. Don't
worry, Mr. James.
Yeah, but they can't stop me, I always find a way. You see, you have to find a way. You have to find a way. You see what the slide says here? Winners, people who never fail. I was failing just now. Yeah. I ain't quit. So I had to find a way, because you know how I like to end my calls and them. Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
So have a good night, all.
Thanks again. Thanks to all. Love you guys.
Welcome.
We can achieve